Welcome to the CASA 4x4. This 4x4 is driven by Grahame Dixie, Executive Director of Grow Asia. The 4x4s are 4 expert viewpoints with 4 minutes to share their views. What is the case for investment in agriculture in developing markets? Is there a difference between international and local investors in this respect?
The thing around the agricultural sector is it's a different kind of market. It's one which has been growing. Certainly in our region, which is Southeast Asia, we're getting a compound annual growth rate of about 6.6%, which effectively means the amount of money that is being spent on food will double over the next decade. So you've got a rising market and similar sort of figures in Eastern and Southern Africa. But it is a risky area. It's a sort of high risk, high reward area, agriculture. So that the important things are to know your market, to have some sense of what your production will be, because you're constantly battling with weather and external events, but also with world prices which can go up and down. So it's a less secure market. It's more volatile, but it's an expanding market with an expanding demand and a very steady demand. There is a difference between international investors and local investors, and I think it's a question of scale. That generally, when you start these kind of operations with outgrowers, there is a lack of trust between an outgrower and an agribusiness, and it is more pronounced with a large multinational company. So the large multinational company is terrified of what they call side selling, that they will provide those inputs, they will provide some credit to those outgrowers, and the outgrower will then be approached by a traveling trader who will offer him a slightly higher price, and he thinks, well, I can get that cash quickly and I won't have to repay the loan, and I've got a wedding coming up, how easy it is for him to side sell. On the other hand, the grower is terrified of the agribusiness. He's terrified because they have so much more negotiating power, what the world prices are, and he's terrified he's going to be ripped off. And they will probably feel a bit more comfortable with a local business. And their local business obviously has the advantage of language and understanding culture in a more subtle and a more nuanced way. So that's the kind of clear difference between the local business and the multinational company.
Visit the event page of the CASA website to see recordings of other expert viewpoints shared in the CASA 4x4s and webinar series.